Governor Bello Matawalle supports the documentation of Zamfara Kingdom with 7.5 million naira. Kano bans begging as governor assures all support to Al-Majri and Islamia schools. Food shortage hits Edo internally displaced persons. On business, CBN clarifies order on domiciliary account transfers. On sports, Chelsea suffers humiliating home defeat to Bayern Munich. And on the international scene, Kenya women applaud the president for legalizing polygamy. Welcome to Standard Voice Television News. I am Musa Joy Onyoza. Now the news in full. The Zamfara State Executive Governor Bello Matawalle Maradu has donated a sum of 7.5 million naira for the development of a working document on Zamfara Kingdom that will showcase the increasing potentialities and opportunities that abound in the kingdom. The governor's donation was transmitted by the Secretary to the State Government, Alhaji Bala Bello Maru, in Sokoto at the opening of a 4-day national conference to expose and utilize the potentials of the kingdom, which was organized by the Faculty of Arts and Islamic Studies of the Usman Dan Fodio University, Sokoto State. In his message to the conference, the Matawalle Maradu, who commended the organizers for muting up such a beautiful and timely concept, charged them to come up with the best workable ways through which all challenges facing the kingdom can be addressed and resolved within the soonest possible time. He noted that for the kingdom to regain its past glories and eminently contribute its quota in nation building, a view of its past and present ways should be taken into consideration in order to determine a positive future for it. The governor promised to give all the necessary support to the conference towards the production of a quality document that will form the basis for a comprehensive history of Zamfara Kingdom, reflecting its past, present, and future status, and serve as reference point to students, politicians, and academicians. The conference was chaired by the former governor of Old Sokoto State, Malam Yahaya Abdul Karim. The governors of Kebbi and Sokoto State also sent in their representatives, while His Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto, led the emirs of Anka, Talata Mafara, Kaura Namoda, Kotor Koshi, and Maru. All the other emirs of Zamfara also sent in their representatives to the well-attended event where many speakers of national and international repute are expected to make wide range of presentations. In an effort to fully consolidate the free and compulsory primary and secondary schools education with the clear integration of the Al-Majri system to the policy and by way of addressing the lingering problem of the social menace of begging, Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje of Kano State bans begging in the state. He made this known during the launching of Basic Education Service Delivery for All BESDA and distribution of offer of appointment to 7,500 volunteer teachers held at Sani Abacha Stadium, Kofaramata. Lamenting on the ugly situation of the social misnomer, he said this policy of free and compulsory basic and secondary education goes along with its integration of the Al-Majri system into the mainstream policy implementation, which suggests that English and arithmetic must be included in the Al-Majri school's curriculum. He explained that a total number of 7,500 newly recruited teacher volunteers under the BESDA program are employed and were given letters of appointment and will be posted to Islamia and Al-Majri schools so that the schools would be fully integrated under the new policy of education. The governor warned that henceforth any Al-Majri teacher with such people under Al-Majri school arrangement must accept the new approach put in place by the state government. The governor added that when beggars are caught, It is not only that beggar that will be arrested, but his parent or guardians. He says such parents or guardians would be taken to court for disrespecting the laws of the state. At the occasion, 7,500 offers were distributed to the newly recruited teachers who hold National Certificate of Education from all the 44 local government areas of the state. The Minister of Education, Malam Adamu, who was represented by a director from the ministry, Mrs. Liman, commended the effort of the state government in the education sector, adding that what the state is doing under the new policy is exemplary. The program was attended by many development partners and other federal government agencies. Among the dignitaries who blessed the occasion were the Emir of Bichi, Gaya, Rano, and Karai, while the Emir of Kano sent representative. Kano State Governor Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje says the local production of rice in the state has reached 3 million tons per year. He said this in Kano during the Indigenous Rice Value Chain Promotion Program organized by the Rice Farmers Association of Nigeria. The governor was represented at the event by his deputy, Dr. Nasiru Gauna, according to a statement issued by the Deputy Governor's Chief Press Secretary, Hassan Fagi. The governor, who attributed the steady progress made in rice production to the state government agricultural policies, noted that this had impacted positively on farmers' production capacity. He expressed satisfaction about the activities and policies of the administration towards agriculture, rice production in Kano to hit 3 million tons per year. Shortage of food and other essential commodities have hit the internally displaced persons camp in Ohugwa in Ovia Northeast local government area, which is housing about 4,000 inmates, mostly occasioned by people displaced by Boko Haram and other displaced persons. Coordinator of the Center, International Christian Center for Missions, Pastor Fulonshaw Solomon, said this when he received the presiding bishop of Jesus Bridge Ministry, Worldwide Bishop Eddie Omorui, who visited the internally displaced persons IDP to mark his 80th birthday. Pastor Fulonshaw disclosed that every day they pray to God to send people that will bring food for them and appealed to other individuals, corporate organizations, government, and others to come to their aid. On his part, Ekundaye said he felt his birthday celebration would not be complete without identifying and celebrating with the IDP victims. Bishop Ekundaye gave 1 cow, bags of salt, beans, rice, cartons of Indomie, toilet rolls with groundnut oil and other items to the inmates. The Kogi State Police Command has confirmed the release of all the 5 Joint Admission and Matriculation Board staffs kidnapped along the Obajana-Kaba Road over a week ago. Also, the 5 personnel of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, that were kidnapped around Ajegu along the Aimba Road have secured their freedom. The police command in a statement on Tuesday stated that all the kidnapped victims were hale and hearty and have reunited with their families. It, however, did not disclose if any ransom was paid to secure their freedom. Close family source of one of the released NSCDC operative confirmed they are released. The freed JAMB workers were said to have been from the examination board said office in Abuja and were headed for Kogi West ahead of the mock UTME, which was held last Tuesday, while the NSCDC operatives were abducted on their way for a promotion examination in neighboring Benue State. We'll be right back after this short commercial break. Stay tuned. Welcome back on Business. Agwai Rita has more detail.
Welcome to Business Desk. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, cleared the air on the order it gave to Deposit Money Banks, DMB, on transactions carried out through the auxiliary account in the country. Development was carried in a letter issued by the Apex Bank and seen by Nairametrics. The letter, which was signed by the CBN Director, Trade and Exchange Department, Dr. Ozemena Onaji, cautioned the DMB against misleading their customers on transactions carried out through the depository accounts in the country. Consequently, all ordinary depository account holders can utilize cash deposit not exceeding $10,000 or its equivalent by telegraphic transfers to fund eligible transactions. As a result, all deposit money banks are advised to desist from misguiding their customers. Meanwhile, Nairametrics had reported on Sunday that the CBN stated that only cash deposits into the depository account can be withdrawn over the counter and not through electronic transfer. The Apex Bank disclosed in a tweet stating that deposits made through electronic transfer into the depository account can only be transferred but cannot be withdrawn as cash over the counter. The CBN added that cash deposits also made into the depository account can only be withdrawn as cash over the counter and not transferred out of the depository account. The Director, Corporate Communication, CBN, Isaac Okorafor, had clarified the uncertainty surrounding the operation of depository accounts in Nigeria. He said the bank has not prohibited the acceptance of foreign currency cash deposits by deposit money banks. Only electronic fund transfer into the depository account can be transferred from such account, while cash deposits into such account can only be withdrawn in cash also. Mr. Okorafor therefore all stakeholders and other interested parties to always endeavor to seek clarification on issue and avoid speculative tendency which are detrimental to the financial system. And that is all we have on Business Desk. Until I come your way again, I'm Ogwa Rita.
And on sports, Sufyan Abubakar has more detail.
Hello, welcome to Standard Voice Television Sports Room. I am Abu Svtv Abubakar and here are the sports updates. Chelsea suffered an embarrassing 3-0 home defeat to Bayern Munich in the UEFA Champions League on Tuesday night. Former Arsenal boy Serge Gnabry scored 2 goals before Robert Lewandowski scored the final goal in the game. This Serge Gnabry's 6th goal in London this season after scoring 4 goals against Tottenham in the Tottenham Stadium in the group stage of the UEFA Champions League. Chelsea were able to silence the visiting side throughout the opening 45 minutes of the game, but minutes into the second half, Chelsea weren't able to stop the resurgent Bayern Munich side, as Serge Gnabry scored a quick-fire double before Robert Lewandowski put the icing on the cake. In another UEFA Champions League match played on the same day, Barcelona played a 1-1 draw with Napoli in Italy on the same day. Napoli went ahead mid into the first half after Dries Mertens scored a corner from outside the 18-yard box. Napoli went in front mid into the first half after Dries Mertens scored a corner from outside the penalty box. But with just few minutes into the second half, Antoine Griezmann received a pass from Nelson Semedo to equalize for Barcelona, who were the visiting side on the night. The match ended 1-1 as we await the second leg of the ties to be played in 3 weeks' time. And that's all we have on sports today. Back to the newsroom.
And on the international scene, Kenya's President Uhuru Kenyatta has signed into law a controversial marriage bill legalizing polygamy. This comes at a time when women had complained and even protested against the shortage of men to impregnate them. Women had to march with placards to show the dissatisfaction of not being able to get men to satisfy them. Kenya is a nation where the number of women is about 5 times than that of men. And considering the old law of one man marrying only one woman, many women are left without a man. Legalizing polygamy brings civil law where a man was only allowed one woman into line with customary law where some cultures allow multiple partners. With this new law in place, one man can get married to as many wives as possible, saving women the stress of remaining single. The women said while they received the message of legalizing polygamy with mixed feelings, the already married women were not happy and the single ladies sing praises to the president for a kind gesture. Controversy surrounded an amendment to the bill supported by many male MPs, allowing men to take more than one wife without consulting existing spouses. Traditionally, first wives are supposed to give prior approval. That has been the news from Standard Voice Television. To end the news, a quick look at the major headlines. Governor Bello Matawalle supports the documentation of Zamfara Kingdom with 7.5 million naira. Kano bans begging as governor, assures all support to Almajiri and Islamia schools. Food shortage hits Edo internally displaced persons on business. CBN clarifies order on domiciliary account transfers. On sports, Chelsea suffers humiliating home defeat to Bayern Munich. And on the international scene, Kenya women applaud the president for legalizing polygamy. That's the news on behalf of the production crew and the head of News and Current Affairs Department, Alhaji Ibrahim Garba. To now, I still remain Musa Joy Onyoza. Stay tuned.